G'day everyone, welcome back to my FIFA 21 Arsenal career mode. This is episode 5 of season 2. I'm going to be getting through the month of November during this episode. You see we have about 6 games here. A few tough ones, a couple of Manchester games, and then a couple Champions League games, which I'm really looking forward to. Hoping to keep the run alive as we have a pretty good record so far. I don't think we've lost in the Champions League. We're 3-0 in that, and in the Premier League you'll see we're second, just on goal difference, or goals for I think it is technically, just behind Chelsea, and then Liverpool and Spurs and Manchester City right behind us. No one's really made any moves yet, everyone's still really bunched together as we're getting into our Champions League game here against RB Leipzig. Hoping to keep our run alive, and it's going to be Upamecano who's playing against his former team here. As we get to Saka early on, he tries to whip it down to Aubameyang, it fails to do so. Torreira has a slight opportunity but he gets it blocked, and Leipzig live to see another day as Torreira with a great interception there gets it to our I don't know why that defender was backing off, but just FIFA things. He plays it through to Aubameyang, one-on-one, and Aubameyang's not going to miss that, although he did have a little bit of a struggle last game against Birmingham, I think it was, where he was missing all his chances for some reason, but he's back on form now and he's just scoring goals for fun. Probably going to win the Golden Boot in the Premier League, if not the Champions League as well, as he gets another one here off the corner. Gabriel was unlucky not to score. Falls to the captain, and you know what he's going to do. Put it in the back of the net. As Leipzig now in the second half look to pinch one back with Tammy Abraham, who nutmegs my defender Gabriel there and finishes near post. A pretty good move there, although I think it was mostly luck there. You don't see nutmegs too often on FIFA, and Gabriel just had a howler there as Thomas Partey plays it through to Auer, who plays it down to Pepe. And what's Pepe going to do? He plays it across and it's an own goal. And that's going to seal the game. Aubameyang put the pressure on just behind him, and the defender couldn't clear it properly, as Pepe is basically celebrating it as his goal, which it basically was. But you see there, we end up winning 3-1. Dominated in terms of shots, 14 shots. So I think it was 5 they had. And it's basically going to guarantee us through to the next round of the Champions League. As we get back into the Premier League now, it's going to be a game against the Wolves. You see their predicted lineup there. No Jimenez, it looked like. I think he might have moved to Manchester United, if I remember correctly. As Aubameyang gets it to Partey, who plays it through to Saka. And Saka's going to go alone, and he scores. Far post, goes across the keeper, and Saka's really starting to get into form now. Started off the season quite slow, wasn't able to get on the score sheet. But now he's found his footing and found his position. As we get it to Aubameyang, and he takes a pretty deep one, it hits the crossbar. Very unlucky. It was a beautiful shot as Wolves look to equalise now into the second half. 75th minute, but we get it, and Pepe's on a one-man counter-attack it seems. Waits for some support though. We get it to Auer. What's he going to do? Find the captain Aubameyang, and Aubameyang's going to take it on his left and score. Aubameyang just makes great runs all the time and gets it threaded through by Auer more often than not, as Aubameyang's probably going to win Golden Boot, and Auer is going to win the most assists award, if that is an award. I don't think it is, but he would definitely win it if it was. As Aubameyang again gets it blocked by his former teammate David Luiz, but it falls straight back to him, and he gets another one as we win 3-0, I think it is. A beautiful finish. And no, it's not the end of the game actually. I forgot there was another highlight. And it's Aubameyang to Thomas Partey, waiting for some support. Gets it to Joe Willock, who plays it through to Reece Nelson, and he gets one. So a good goal there for the youngster. Hoping to get his confidence up and improve him. I think he can hang around this squad and really build into a very decent player. Probably won't ever start for us, but he's the perfect squad type player. And you never know, maybe he will push through, like maybe the likes of Saka and Martinelli, who are really pushing forward and looking for a start. And as you see there, we did make a couple of sales. Xhaka is going to Dortmund for 36.5 mil, and Ozi Tutu I managed to sell to Brentford for 3.6 mil. So that's like 40 mil in the bank there, which will really help our transfer budget if we want to bring in another player. And one of the players we might have to look at is maybe a Manchester City player, because we know they're all quality. We did come off beating them in the cup competition, but this is Premier League now, which probably means it's going to be harder. As we get it to Auer, plays it out wide to Pepe, Pepe running down the wing, speed for days, cuts back on his left, and he whips it home. Don't know what the Manchester City defender was doing there. They mustn't have read the scouting report on Pepe, because he's only got one foot basically, and that's his left, so you got to keep him off it. As he does a great job in defence there, as he pushes all the way back, and it's Bellerin now, beats the press, and he's got space, and he's got speed for days, and he's going to lay this one off to Aubameyang, who's going to shoot it, but he shoots it straight into the Manchester City keeper, and I don't know how he's not scored that one there. But we beat the press here again, and it's Thomas Partey this time. And he's not the quickest, but he's quick enough to stay ahead of all the Manchester City defenders. And he goes alone and scores. A great bit of play there from Arsenal. Just a couple passes, quick 1-2s, and all of a sudden we beat the high line. And again here with Pepe, he's going to take on Max Hummels. He's got too much pace, he can't stay with him, and Pepe's going all the way. Hits the post, unfortunately. Falls out to Torreira, who gets it back to Auer. He's going to find Partey, gives it back to Pepe. And Pepe's going to dink it over the top, but Partey was offside. As we get into the second half now, and it's Manchester City going to need one early to get back into this game. As they get it to De Bruyne, who's just shielding the player, going all the way, but Leno with a good save. As it falls to Hummels, but it's intercepted by Partey, and we get to Pepe. And Pepe sees Bellerin, who's been pushing forward quite well this game. And he has again, and he's got space and speed. He's going to lay it off to Aubameyang early, so Aubameyang can finish the job. And he does, puts us up 3-0. Great bit of work again from Bellerin. Was unlucky not to have an assist before, but it finally gets it this time, and Aubameyang scores the goal. As Manchester City are looking to get basically a consolation goal, as they do. They walk it in the back of the net basically again. A classic Manchester City goal. But you see the high line, it's just not working against us with the speed we have, with the likes of Pepe, Aubameyang, Saka. Even our fullbacks are speedsters like Kieran Tierney and Bellerin, as you've seen this episode, where Bellerin's just been flying down the wing, overlapping, which is what we want to see as we go on to win 5-1, and absolutely domination. Perfect counter-attacking gameplay. As you see, Manchester City had most of the possession, but that's no shock for us. We're really just a counter-attacking team these days, as we're going to get into our next Champions League game. It's going to be against Rangers. Using my secondary side, as we're basically, I think we're already guaranteed to get through to the next stage. So I decided to give the youngsters a go, and we get it to Nketiah, who takes it first time on the volley, but it's a good save by the keeper. But we're looking to keep the pressure on as we get to Reece Nelson, who takes a long finesse shot, and it's going to hit the crossbar. Keeper didn't even react, just watched it sail over his head. I wish that went in. But Rangers look to take the lead here, but it's a great save with Runarsson right on half-time. Very important save, but they have the corner now, deep into stoppage time, and they win the header and they score. Runarsson unable to keep that one out. Again, classic FIFA, letting them have an extra couple minutes stoppage time. Don't know how that works, but we're going to have to equalise here in the second half. As we get it to Eddie Nketiah, plays it down to Martinelli, and Martinelli thumps it across the keeper on his left foot, non-preferred. But Martinelli does what he does, and that's score goals. I love this youngster, this young Brazilian. As we're looking to take the lead now with Nketiah, plays it through to Joe Willock. It's a 1-on-1, and he makes no mistake and puts that past the keeper and gives us the lead. But we're not stopping, looking for more now with Guendouzi to Nketiah. And he finds Willock again, and he scores again. Joe Willock in great form, and this is why I like to play the youngsters. They've just been really good for me, and they're only going to get better, so might as well get used to the playing with them and their playing style, as you see some other results from around the league. And we also managed to sell Callum Chambers for 11.5 mil, I think that was. But a big game now against Manchester United. You see they brought in Ndidi and De Vrij. So it's going to be a big game here. We beat their rivals, Manchester City, and now we're trying to take down United in their horrible away kit. I can't stand that kit. As Pogba takes an early shot, but Leno with a good save. As they're on the attack again here with Dan James. Plays it through to Donny van der Beek, but it's just wide. Very lucky to not concede yet as we get it through to Saka. And what's he going to do? He's going to whip it in. Aubameyang's there, but he finishes it poorly. Not known for his heading ability, and you can see why there. That's unlike him. Normally he'd put those chances away. We get to Auer now on his left, and he's missed one. So chances galore for both teams, but they can't put them away. As we skip ahead now into the second half, and it's Manchester United. And it's Pogba. Plays a great ball through to Martial, and he threads it past the keeper. On his left foot, a great finish there. As we're looking for the equaliser now, Torreira plays it over the top to Aubameyang, and he heads it over De Gea. What a finish. That's what we want to see. Misses the easy one and gets the hard one. As we tie the game up here, and we get it to Pepe now, looking for the winner. Cuts back, plays it to Saka. Saka on his right, can't get it. As De Gea makes a world-class save, and all of a sudden they're looking for the winner. They get it through to Martial. Leno comes out, and Martial tries to chip him, but Leno's big enough and manages to just catch it. Martial wishes he had that one back, as we're looking for the winner now. Auer waits for Saka to get back onside. He is, and Saka cuts back to Auer, to Aubameyang, hits it off the post. Auer gets blocked by De Vrij. And Manchester United managed to get away with a point there. Although both sides had chances, both just weren't clinical enough, and it ends up in a 1-1 draw. As you see there, Everton beat Chelsea, which is good for us, as Chelsea are, I think, are really high up in the table. But we go against Watford now, and we start off strong. Rotated the squad a little bit, as you see Maitland-Niles, I think, ended up with the assist there, which is good to see. Also good to see Watford back in the Premier League. I think they deserve to be back. I was a bit sad when they got relegated. But we get it to Aubameyang here, who plays it through to Auer, and Auer gets a brace early on. Not even half time yet, and he's already scored 2 himself. As Watford have a free kick now just before half time. And he shoots it, hits the crossbar as Leno punches it out. Not sure if he had that covered or not. But very unlucky for Watford as we get into the second half now. And it's Maitland-Niles again, plays it into Aubameyang, backheels it to Auer. Sees the run of Saka, and Saka first time, post and in. Great finish, great shot, great composure, great goal by Saka. As Maitland-Niles again, just great at starting off these attacks. We've brought on Nelson, I think Martinelli, who manages to get the pressure and get the goal here. Great bit of pressure from Martinelli, forces the mistake out of the defender. And he capitalises. Martinelli adding another goal to his tally so far this season. As we get it to him again here, and this is just a blowout now. As we get it to Joe Willock, who cuts it back to Guendouzi, and he gets in on the act and scores the 5th goal of this game. As we go on to end up winning this game 6-0, so we did get one more goal. Auer with a 10 rating. No surprise there. Everyone played well in that game. And that's going to be the last game of the episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. As we check the calendar for next episode, we've got a big game against Chelsea and Spurs at the end of the month, so a lot of games in that one. 8 games, it looks like, as we have another game against Watford, I think, in the cup competition. And you see the table here, we're on top by 2 points, but Liverpool have that game in hand, so we could be second place after Liverpool play. But it's looking good. Still only the 1 loss in the league so far. And that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.